Yes guys, we are back for another F1 2020 hot lap, and today we are here at the Austrian Grand Prix. First and foremost guys, if you enjoy these hot laps, like and subscribe, and let's get this one underway. So, out the final corner, very important to get a good exit out there. It's critical as it will give you a good start to the lap. Turn 1, you want to brake almost at the 50-meter board, down to 4th gear, pick up the apex, use a lot of inside and outside curb, and then try and get a nice smooth exit in 5th gear. Now up towards turn 2, flat out of course, and then turn 3, you want to brake just in between the 50 and the 100 I would say, down to 2nd gear for the apex, quickly back up to 3rd to give you a good bit of traction on the exit, and it's critical here to get a 0 wheel spin. As you can see in the top right, we gain nearly a 10th just by keeping it clean. Turn 4, you want to brake, bang on the 100-meter board, 3rd gear, clip the inside of curb. Very important to get some extra rotation by doing that, and then quickly on the gas out there as we now go flat out through 5 into turn 6, down to gear 6, and then down to 5th eventually, trying to get the power down as soon as possible, then down only 1 gear actually. I found the 6th gear through turn 7 gives you a much better drive through turn 8 on the exit. So 2.5 tenths up, 2 corners to go. I made a bit of an error here into turn 9. I got a bit sideways, using the curb on entry made me lose the back end. The final corner, very important here to focus on your exit, opening up the DRS, running up to the line, and reduce it at 1 minute 2.8. And to be fair, it felt like a good lap. Unfortunately, we didn't even break the top 100 because Austria is so competitive and there's already been so many lap times around here. But as you can see, no assists for us as always in the series, and the confirmation we are 104th in the world. The top 6, possibly top 7 were hacked / cheating lap times. So realistically, if you take that into account, we do technically make the top 100. But this track, as you can see there, was by the names, you know, it's full of esports drivers, and this track has been sweat quite a lot. But setup wise, 2.5 wings, 50-50 on the differential. Suspension geometry is going to be -280, -140, 009 and 032. Suspension for me is a key around here because I think it gives you good balance, and the one that I like around here is 137913 on the ride height. Then the brakes, as always, they are subjective, but what I like to run is my regular 95-50. And then finally the tire pressures are going to be 23.4, 23.0, 21.1 and 20.7. So there you go guys, that is my setup around here. Let's talk about the lap a little bit. So I do feel like there may have been like another 10th or 2 on the lap, not a lot more. This is one of those tracks where if you're sweating it to get the time trial world record, you can run a very aggressive setup and go a lot quicker. You know, within the limitations, of course, with this series, guys, we always run setups that are designed for, you know, 25, 50, 100% races online or offline. So with that in mind, I feel like my lap is the best you're going to get. I was faster than Team Marduk, for example, in terms of a 1 lap around here, so the pace was good. And, you know, we was mixing up with some guys that I've raced with before in league racing, but the esports guys, I'm guessing, must have been running a 1 lap special, like, sweat setup, because I was like 5 tenths off the pace, which is quite a lot around here, and I don't know where you find 5 tenths from. So the only explanation I have is that it has to be setup related, and it has to be some kind of esports setup, because I was really happy with the setup. Gives you good balance, good turning. I made 1 error, which I think is where the 10th of a second is, and it's this corner right here. I turned in a bit too aggressively, lost the back end, and I kind of drifted my way into turn 9, which was a shame. But other than that, it was a pretty much perfect lap throughout the other 9 corners. So for me, I've got no complaints. It was a very good lap, and I think you guys will enjoy their setup. I really do. I think it gives you good balance and good pace. But guys, if you enjoyed the video, then drop me a like and subscribe if you are new for more F1 2020 hot laps and F1 2020 content. And guys, as if from me here today, check out 2 videos on your screen along with a full playlist if you haven't seen any of my previous hot laps. But tomorrow, guys, I will be back with another hot lap, this time around Silverstone. So tune in tomorrow, guys, to see another hot lap on this series. But until then, it's goodbye from me.